This is the Smart Floor, a 4-metre square fully interactive floor at the Engineering of Life exhibition at Sheffield Hallam University. Incorporating some of the current gaming technology, this Smart Floor is a showcase for science and engineering working together to come up with solutions for everyone, from encouraging young people to exercise, through to improving balance in the elderly, and even assisting elite athletes.
It consists of a series of 36 tiles which measure the force as someone walks over them and moves over them. So as I move around the space, you can see these lines on the screen are moving and changing in size and changing in position as I move, and representing my movement over the floor.
The floor is one of the largest of its kind, made up of 36 panels of load cells, and it took over 2 days to put together.
So the engineering aspects of this device are all hidden away beneath these tiles on the floor. So if we look down, we can see within each tile we've got 4 load cells, and these detect the vertical forces at each corner of the tile as someone stands on it. So there's one of these circuit boards for every 2 tiles on the floor, which means there are 18 of these circuit boards in total. Each one is making a measurement 25 times per second, so we're getting a lot of information being fed back, updating in real time, giving us information about the forces as people move over the floor.
One of the major applications of this technology is to encourage children out of their increasingly sedentary lifestyles.
What we want to do here is incorporate movement into a computer game. So the floor becomes the computer game, becomes the screen, and their movements over the floor control the computer game. So they both have fun and be active at the same time.
Although some of this technology is already being used in computer games, it's the size and accuracy of this Smart Floor which really gives it further large-scale potential.
So we'll be interested in installing these in schools and getting children to become active. But when they leave school, we'd also like them to continue using a system like this. Now, clearly, this system is too big and too expensive to put in someone's living room, but we're hoping that as technology develops, particularly developments in organic LEDs, that you might have a system you can just roll out, that you can have in your living room at home, that you can play the sort of games you can play on this big installation. You can use the internet and play against your friend, whether they're in the same city or halfway across the world.
Another application of this technology is improving balance, particularly in the elderly and people recovering from injury. In this simulator, participants have to walk across a virtual beam between 2 high-rise buildings without falling off.
As I'm walking along the beam, you can see there's a red circle which represents where my centre of pressure is, which is a bit wobbly at the moment. It's very sensitive, so if I move the weight to one side or to the other side, you can see the dot moving, and when it moves beyond the edge of the beam, the game thinks I've fallen off and the screen gets covered in blood. So the object is to walk along the beam, keeping the centre of pressure within the beam.
As they walk along, the computer records their movements and plots a graph of the lateral sway on the vertical axis against the distance walked on the horizontal axis. This information can be stored and analysed at a later date. This technology is still fairly new, but it's hoped its versatility will allow it to be used by a whole range of people.
These are applications that can work both at a very low level with children learning to play the game, and even for elite athletes, elite sportsmen at professional level who can still improve these aspects. And it may be, a 1% difference, improvement in balance, improvement in reaction speed can make all the difference between winning or losing.